Okay, so Libra, this will take you up to about the 1st of February. So the week commencing the 25th of February, 25th of January, sorry, to the 1st of February 2021. What does Libra need to know, Spirit, please? Oh, sneeze. That means danger, Libra, so watch yourself. Oh, dear me. What does Libra need to know? Love and light, Spirit, please. Now giving me the names Fred and Josh. Well, I know Fred in spirit, one in the living, but they're not man, so Fred and Josh, different generations. They're showing me my Fred and Josh, so I know the different generations. Josh would never have met Fred. So, let's see. I'm being very secretive, Libra. The others have been out very early. You are more detached. It does take you longer to tune in. It looks like you're going to be in the last pile. Let's see. No, next to last, but there you go. So, what we got then? You're not feeling yourself. Maybe problems with the lines and the marital home. Injustice and unfairness. Because there's a change coming and it's something you've never had to experience before and you're not quite sure about it. 4 months is mentioned. Perhaps too many people sticking their nose in your business. However, it will release you from a mental prison of your own making. It might be an unpleasant surprise, but it brings about something good. It fills your cup with happiness. So after a disappointment, because the 1 of Cups and the 4 is 5. So don't look back on the past. Don't dwell on the spilt milk. For some reason, the spilt milk and the Ace of Cups is telling me there is a pregnancy. So somebody's maybe not happy about a pregnancy. Possibly a father figure. But it'll come round. There's a change for the better. Things are going to... It's fate that brought this baby to us. And I think it is a baby. Possibly a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child. Or your if you're the one that's not happy about this birth, it's your inner child. Something's triggered your inner child. So perhaps somebody got pregnant at a young age in your life, and you think they're making a mistake. However, it's fate. It's meant to happen. You're worried about the money situation, but I wouldn't if I were you. It's just a chapter ending. That's how things happen, and it will bring you great pleasure. So if you're worried about somebody who's got pregnant, who really you think it's a mistake, it isn't. It's happening for a reason. Also, you've got 2 new beginnings and a great change and a novelty. So a brand new beginning in either love or some sort of clarity in your life. You may be working too much, working to live rather than living. Living to work rather than working to live. So you need to take a bit of time out, go within. A Virgo may be involved somewhere, possibly those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, but it is a negative energy, so you may find out on the 27th. But you've got to just realise that it's for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and yes, it's going to be a change, and it's one that you don't want, but Spirit are telling me that it is a good change. So those born on the 10th and the 21st, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Also, the fixed signs, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo and Scorpio are mentioned. So the baby could be born in any of those signs. Somebody may be at least 4 months gone before you find out. So there is no other option, really. It's on its way, so you've got to get used to the idea. And this is quite a happy reading, really. So there may be some illness somewhere, hospitals, the lockdown, coronavirus, all that. You might be worried about that, and you're probably worried about finances, but don't worry, because this change is coming and you are going to get your wish granted, or a chapter will close, but it will close in a good way. So there's no negativity in this except you. You're in your own head and you need to get out of it, especially if it's about finances. If you wait till you can afford something, you'll never do it. So whatever this new beginning is, you've got to take it back. It's a gift from Spirit. And there you go, you see, because then when you do, justice will return. Fairness, you've got to be fair in this and balanced. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Again, it is your card, but the number 11 is important, and we can't ignore it because we've got the 10 as well. So 10 and 11 possibly is positive energy. So it could be the 10th and 11th of February for some reason. But the 9th or the 27th won't be. It won't be a nice day at all. You may have to travel, like I say, but it will bring you the object of your desire, be they persons, things, or events. You may feel like you've been banging your head against a brick wall with somebody about this and not agreeing at all. And you may feel like walking away. But if you do, yeah, it's still going to happen, the 9 of Cups. So this baby's still going to be born, and it is going to be so happy. It's such a happy thing. This new beginning, whatever it is, you may have to walk away from something or leave the misery of the past behind. Something fantastic is coming your way with these cards. If you've got a question, a yes, no question, the answer is definitely yes. But there's fear here for some reason. Or you might feel a fool about it, or think somebody will think you're being foolish. Those born on the 22nd, living or past, negative energy, but it's just fear of the unknown. So you've got to finish this chapter first, and then it's the new beginnings. But you know that's why this, even though it's a good thing, you fear what's coming next. What you've got to do is put your boundaries in place. Pisces energy, those born on the 12th, living or past it. For you, so we've got the 10th, 11th and 12th. See things from a different angle, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. Don't put your boundaries in place. Say what you will and you won't put up with, but don't play the martyr or the victim to try and manipulate others. Just see things from a different angle. Stop being the martyr, because when you settle this, which you will, things may have to change and things may have to crumble first, but when you rebuild, you'll rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Everything's going to be great. So you've got a whole new beginning here somewhere. Just remember, because I'm really worried about this living to work. So really, somebody's always at work. They have no time for themselves, and it's saying that you feel like an outsider, left out. Perhaps people don't understand how hard you have to work to earn the money you do. They just take it for granted. Well, it's your fault for not putting the boundaries in place, because what you earn owns you. So you've got to start putting your boundaries in place and say, look, I'm shot. I can't work any harder than I do, and I can't afford to keep paying this. You have to be honest. Instead of just sitting there and taking it, people aren't mind readers. They don't know what's going on, and it's nothing to be ashamed of to say, I can't do this alone. You need to get some professional advice, probably from a doctor, priest or lawyer, but that could be you. You are protected. You can do this. You are strong enough. It's just that there's been something here that seemed like an injustice, something you'd built a good firm foundation on, but it's not paid off, and it may be to do with career. So now you're worried about money and finance, but it's not a bad read at all, this. I like it. So it's just the worry and the fear that's holding you back now. Leave it behind and go forward, because there's something beautiful in the future for you. And if this is in a week, if you have to leave a job, don't worry about it. Don't think about the money. Speak your mind. Say how you feel. Put your boundaries in place, and then move on. You should see this as an adventure. It's not going to be anything bad. Yeah, somebody's coming through with some information for you. We've got that. Oh no, it's not the same one. So possibly a Scorpio involved somewhere, and maybe there's a disappointment where there's a death, and because 9 times out of 10, when there's a death, there's a birth, and this birth is coming. So, but you've got to release the old way of doing things. You hold on people. You don't meant to control things. All you can control is yourself. So release your worries about money. Release your hold on people. Don't smother them. Let them be themselves. See, you've got an Aries there. It's self-image, self-worth has taken a knock. So you don't feel like you're in charge anymore. You're used to people doing your bidding. It could be a boss, a government official, a partner, but somebody who doesn't like being told no and likes things their own ways, a bit stubborn. Could be an Aries, could be somebody born on the 4th or the 31st. Who's missed an opportunity. There is a missed opportunity here for a new life, a new home, a new career or something. But it will come round again. Mercury retrograde always does. So if the opportunity comes for a new beginning and you think you've missed it, you haven't. Whatever's meant for you will come back round. There we have the tarot reader, the psychic, the medium. That's my card. She knows everything without even knowing how she knows. She just does. Those born on the 2nd or the 29th, male or female, any month, date for your diary and address. Massively important in a positive way. It's a warning to be careful of diet, medication. What goes in your mouth and what comes out your mouth is a word written or spoken, because you can't take them back, can you? So it's coming out of an unhealthy situation. The truth's finally being told, probably about this pregnancy, and secrets are coming out. But it does maybe mean that you was confused, and you know it's going to be a hard road. That's their choice, isn't it? If you have to choose between two properties, two people, sometimes I get that card when they're ping-ponging between two properties. So maybe you're already doing as much as you can, ping-ponging between you and a child's house who's now pregnant, or an elderly parent, something like that. Or it's choosing where you want to live. It might be having to move house because of this new baby. But it will all become clear on the full moon, probably, which is the 28th. But this does mention the 18th. So anybody born on the 18th, living or past it, for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. Scorpio energy again. So you're at a fork in the road. You have to decide where you're going next. There's no going back to the old way of doing things, especially if there's a new baby coming on. So you now have to think very carefully, don't look back, about what the future holds and where you want to go. Somebody has kept this to themselves, and I think that's what's upset you. Somebody's keeping something from you. It might not be anything bad, because I don't see any really bad cards here. Unless somebody's kept a passing from you. And there will be a good reason for that. But it's a situation where you are banging your head against a brick wall, but don't worry about it. There will be a homecoming. So maybe you think you've lost somebody because you said something about a pregnancy. I don't know. But it's all going to be okay, I think. I haven't seen any. There could be some lies, deceit and theft that's upset you. But everything's going to change for the better. So just keep that in mind. Whatever goes on this week, there are changes coming, but they are for the better. So don't dwell on them. Don't get too upset about everything. Usually so detached, so it must be somebody that you really care about. Yeah, somebody's coming out of depression. Somebody has felt suicidal at some point. I think it's the pressures of money and work. That isn't gender specific, so it could be a male or a female that's depressed. And it may be over jealousy, but it's a female that's received the written word or seen the written word that's upset her. She's getting over it, and there will be a reunion. Someone's going to be released from prison. So maybe, for very few of you, not for everybody, this baby is born to a little criminal that you don't really like. I won't worry about that. But the baby is going to be a pleasure. The sigh of relief. Something is turning for the better. Somebody's released from this mental prison or an actual prison. There is, though, a female enemy, and I think that's maybe what this lies deceit is. Somebody's caused this, and it's caused problems within the home and family life, but it's because of this external person, and it could be they've been listening to the wrong people or got in with the wrong group. Yeah, gossip. You're worried about the gossip and the external public life, but this baby's going to be a blessing, or this new beginning, whatever it's in, will be a blessing, and you can breathe a sigh of relief, because it's not going to be anywhere near as bad as you think it is. All for the good. And we want this out of the way before Mercury retrograde comes around anyway. Yeah, somebody's spying or observing. Somebody's been up to no good, keeping their eye on things. Maybe you've been keeping your eye on things, because you've got to release, haven't you? And there's that fork in the road. You've got to stop looking back at the past, dwelling on it, and now decide where you're going to go from here. Whatever it is, it leads you to the reunion and your soulmate, happiness. You're always going to be soulmates, and this baby may be your soulmate. A whole new life is about to begin. How brilliant is that? Very masculine energy, fire sign possibly. Just remember, the finances are important. All that glitters isn't gold. If you go looking for financial reward, you won't get it. If you go looking for happiness, the rewards will come with it. So number 16 could be important. And there we have again the misplaced home. So feeling homeless. Some of you will be homeless, maybe because of this pregnancy, but it'll all turn out all right. The foundations aren't there. They wasn't strong enough. So some of you may have to return home because you're pregnant, cap in hand, and you might not like it, but it's the best thing. There's no place like home. Home is where your heart is. So don't ever be afraid to go home. There's love there. You're between two worlds. Someone may pass whilst a new baby is being born, but all you have to do is take the next step, because it's a bright future. Even with the passing, Spirit would dearly need you to be safe and happy. That's all they want. And so they will pass, and it will be peaceful. So don't worry about them. They're more worried about you. And if someone's close to passing, they do sometimes come through like Spirit, because they know they're in between the two worlds. So you go towards your happiness. Yeah, something definitely has to be destroyed, which is what I said, isn't it? But when it does, you will rise like the phoenix from the ashes. The number 20, the number 46 may be important. Absolutely beautiful. And there you are in your own read. Wow, thank you, Spirit. Libra, number 19. Fairness, you have to be fair and just in this, and then you will get all your rewards. Don't go shouting and bawling and trying to put your foot down. It's not going to work. It's a toss of the coin. Things are not what they seem. If it looks bad, it's not as bad as you think it is. If it looks good, it's not as good as you think it is. And you may be a bit moody. So, all your life, your heart has yearned for something you can't name. And you know what? You're actually going to get it. But you mustn't do this alone. You need to link up with a partner, because this will serve you best. You have to weigh and judge and appreciate the beautiful things in your life. You may be at fault here because you like the beautiful things and spend too much on collecting, like art, literature, shoes. I know a Libra that loved his shoes. And a bit vain really, but not in a bad way. Librans are known for changing their minds and opinions, and you will change your mind on this. What is true one day may not be true the next, because they're also balanced and they see every side of an issue, which is good. But you may vacillate between the two and have trouble coming to a decision. You tend to have second thoughts, so being in your mind, but you're coming out of that now, about every issue. And you may float along waiting for matters to resolve themselves without you having to do anything. But Librans make very outstanding judge and negotiators. So you may be called to judge or negotiate in this situation. They can be agreeable, but sometimes agree to things they don't want, sacrificing what they truly feel and think just to get along. Well, they don't want you to do that anymore. You've got to actually have an opinion on this one. There is also sarcastic Libras who love to test their wit against others. Don't do that, please, because people aren't going to understand your wit at the minute. Their quick-witted retorts are filled with sarcasm and sharp accuracy. John Lennon and Oscar Wilde are examples of the acerbic wit and Librans are so famous for. They also love playing devil's advocate, and maybe that's what you'll have to do here. And it's peculiar, since this is a sign of balance and peace. Libra rules the 7th house of partners and marriage, so it could be about marriage. And those influenced by this sign do best in life with partners. But it can be a sign of codependency, so don't let people depend on you so much. You're cracking under the strain, you've got to tell them. And many will pair off at a drop of a hat. Libra is a sign of lovers and romance, although Libra is a masculine sign. There you go, the yang, masculine. Libran men understand women far better than any other. When the Libra card turns up, it indicates you are riding the fence over something, and you need to make a decision soon. If you do not make your decision, it'll be made for you, and you're not going to like it. The potential for you not liking the ending is high if you do not act now and decide soon. This is a favourable card for romance and relationships, and it indicates a time where relationships are turning happier and more content. What did I say? Brilliant. Right now, everything has to be seen to be fair and balanced. It's important not to sacrifice your own feelings, though, and say yes to something you don't want to. Simply because you hope to avoid conflict. It will feel like the middle approach is the smartest one now, and that's probably right. So keep the balance. Courtrooms and law and fairness might play into this matter. So if you're involved in a court case, it probably come out in your favour. The enforcement of rules may also apply, so legal documents will not only figure in, they will bring you benefits, especially benefits shared if you're sharing them with a partner. This card can represent an impending marriage or an engagement, a relationship. So maybe if it's going to be a marriage, maybe somebody's got pregnant and that wasn't planned, and now you've got the wedding to figure out, and maybe you can't have such a big wedding that you expected. That's just one scenario. Relationships will move up a level and be more serious. Feelings have grown. Happiness is achieved when you pool your resources with a significant other. Achievement will be found when you find the right person who mirrors your ideals and beliefs. All matters worked on within sincere and equal partnerships will prove to be very successful to the utmost. So, it is about partnerships, it is about weddings, it's about marital bliss, it's about heart blessings, balance, seeing the danger in the extremes though. That's what you fear. Weighing up both sides to come to the best conclusion. But seesawing back and forth, you've got to stop that. Staying in the middle, fence riding, meditation, artworks, galleries, museums, and places with live music. Not wanting conflict, trying to keep the peace, being agreeable, playing along. That's not going to work. Keeping yourself in check. Law enforcement, courts, attorneys, judges, bringing peace and acting as a peacemaker. Signing contracts, cosmetics and perfumes. If you're going to sign contracts, make sure it's before the 30th. Cosmetics, perfumes, fashions, hair salons, beauty. Not seeing the value in something unless it's beautiful. That's got to stop. Having a perfect eye and impeccable taste. Creating something with great form and beauty. Living the life of an artist using your wit. Choosing a more laid-back approach. Yes, Spirit don't want you to be working all the time. Let things take care of themselves for a while. There may be a merging of two families, choices to make, romances, alliances, mutual support, but you must come to a decision. So, thanks for listening.